They were more than stars. They were symbols of power, of rebellion, of an era where the impossible was just another fight scene away. The 80s and 90s weren't just decades of cinema. They were a battleground of explosions, broken bones, impossible stunts, and legendary one-liners, men and women who bled on screen, who defied gravity, bullets, and even death. If only for 90 glorious minutes at a time, but the real fight begins when the credits roll. Today, we pull back the curtain to reveal the transformations, some inspiring, others heartbreaking, of more than 75 action movie icons. Legends who once seemed untouchable now face the one enemy no one defeats: time. Some still look like they could take down an army. Others are almost unrecognizable, but their stories, their legacies, are written in sweat, blood, and celluloid. This is what happens when the action ends and reality takes over. The ultimate underdog, the man who created not just Rocky, but an entire philosophy of never backing down. From the bloody jungles of Rambo to the streets of Philadelphia, Stallone defined grit. At 78, the fire still burns. His physique, impressive, but time etches its story in every line of his face. His voice raspier, his eyes heavier, but that fighter spirit remains untouched. A reminder that champions are forged, not born. A man who defied every expectation. From a poor Austrian village to seven-time Mr. Olympia to the most feared machine in cinematic history, the Terminator. But even machines age. The muscles softened, the iconic jawline, less sharp, but that stare, the cold, calculating gaze that once terrified the screen, still commands respect. Arnold remains a symbol of what relentless ambition can achieve. The muscles from Brussels. His kicks weren't just strikes, they were art. Yet behind the perfect splits were fractures, invisible to fans. Addiction, heartbreak, bad contracts. Today, at 64, the muscles are leaner, the face more weathered. But when he moves, when he kicks, the old magic returns. Proof that some flames never fully extinguish. Once an unstoppable force, his Aikido was graceful yet brutal, his presence magnetic, but pride and choices caught up. Today, heavier, slower, often the target of jokes, but behind the memes stands a man who, despite it all, still walks with the swagger of someone who knows ... at least once. He was untouchable. The man who became myth, a master of martial arts whose legacy transcended film and became folklore. They say Chuck Norris doesn't sleep. He waits. At 84, the fight scenes are gone, the fists are still, but the legend, that is immortal. A genius in disguise. Few knew that Ivan Drago was a chemical engineer. His icy stare in Rocky IV hid both brains and brawn. The American ninja, once poised to take the throne of action cinema. Fast, agile, a new kind of action star. More than muscle, Carl was charisma personified. Whether as Apollo Creed or Dylan, his presence was electric. Years passed, the spotlight dimmed, but then a return. As Grief Karga in The Mandalorian weathers reminded the world that legends can rise again. His real-life story is darker than most scripts. Gangs, prison, addiction. Hollywood wasn't his goal. It was his salvation. His face is a map of survival. His eyes carry 1,000 untold stories. Today, Trejo is more than an actor. He's a symbol that it's never too late to rewrite your destiny. A whirlwind of speed and precision. From Only the Strong to John Wick 3, Mark proved that martial arts is not just fighting, it's poetry in motion. Now, in his 60s, the moves are still sharp, the reflexes, still deadly. A warrior who simply refuses to slow down. A heartthrob, a warrior, a madman. From Mad Max to Braveheart, Mel was the embodiment of chaos. Wrapped in charisma. But fame has a price. Scandals, breakdowns, public meltdowns. A fall from grace that seemed irreversible. Yet like the characters he portrayed, Mel fights, older, scarred, wiser, but never defeated. John McClane, the man who made vulnerability badass. A cop outgunned, outnumbered, but never outwitted. Today, he faces his most cruel enemy, fronto temporal, dementia. The words fade, the memories slip, but his legacy is unbreakable. For fans, he will always be the last man standing. The Dickbucker, the vampire hunter who made black leather and sunglasses iconic. But off-screen, the battle was with the IRS and himself. From prison to redemption, Wesley walks a quieter path now, but the sharpness, the fire, still flickers, just beneath the surface. A star extinguished too soon. The son of Bruce Lee, destined for greatness, The Crow was meant to be his launch. Instead, it became his requiem, his face forever young. His story, a haunting reminder that even legends bleed. Queen of martial arts films, still teaching, still a warrior. Overshadowed by Julia, but a titan of indie action with over 600 credits. The Renegade, traded the bike for the cockpit, now a pilot. Terminator, Aliens, then obscurity. Health battles took center stage. But for fans, he's still a soldier of the future. Ripley, an icon of strength, still acting, still commanding, still Ripley. From Snake Plissken to Santa Claus, aging like fine whiskey, cool never fades. Defying time itself, Speed, Matrix, John Wick, a star eternal, a man untouched by ego. Time is undefeated, muscles fade, skin wrinkles, and the cameras eventually stop rolling. But these legends, they don't truly die. Their stories, their battles, their triumphs are immortalized, forever frozen in film and in memory. For those who grew up watching them, they were more than actors. They were symbols of strength, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. So who surprised you the most? Whose story hit you harder? Let us know down below. And remember, heroes may fade, but legends never die.